All right.
Good
Morning.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. And
Good evening. Something.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
The Truman Show.
Truman Show. I didn't watch
Good
the Truman
morning.
Show.
Good afternoon. And if I don't see you, good afternoon and good evening.
I can't stand Jim Carrey.
I think he's
funny. I know. Everybody thinks he's funny. I think he's creepy.
Well,
huh?
Evidently he found Jesus.
Oh, he found Jesus?
That's
even scarier. But okay. I'm good there. All right. This was a really, did I say really strange week? Okay.
I agree.
So, 1776. Now, look, I'm not advocating for violence in any way, shape, or form. That's not what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is in 1776, this country, or colonies at the time, right?
Yes.
They said no taxation without representation. Well, give us 280 years or however long it's been, and we're right back to the same spot. If any of you dim-witted fools out there, and I'm sorry for saying dim-witted fool, because that's really the only thing that would cover you if you believe in red team, blue team anymore, okay? There is no Republican, well, there is, but it's a handful of people who still have Christian conservative values. The rest of the world is brainwashed. And I mean, it hits you people. It's not your fault. Someone told me one time that the smarter you are, the easier you are to brainwash. The least intelligent you are, the easier you are to control.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because if can't understand certain things, you'll go along with the one that you think is it's knowledgeable about the thing that you're trying to figure out.
And look, I'm telling you, the industrial war complex is enormous. Just like the medical field, it's enormous. There is no profit in a healthy patient. There is no profit in peace. Now, if you're my age and you haven't figured this out, oh, you are such a special person. God bless you. They have been talking the domino theory since I was a child. It's been proven, literally proven twice, actually 3 times, to not be true. It's just not true. They keep spewing out the same stuff, right? Well, when it suits them, they spit it out towards China. And when it suits them, they spit it out towards Russia. Now, the House of Representatives and the Senate, and it'll pass. All right, $95 billion to send to Israel, Taiwan, and, the Ukraine gets the major thing of it, right? Look, if Europe thought this was such a big deal, Europe would be spending more money supporting the Ukraine, and they are not. The Ukraine is not a member of NATO, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a dictatorship. Okay? Now, none of this concerns us.
It's happening over there, not over here.
Yeah, all right? I mean, here's what happened. When the Iron Curtain fell, all right, that's it. Our job's done. Yeah. These people are business partners now. Every country in Europe does business with Russia. Yeah. And the mainstream media, all right, does business with the industrial war complex. Yeah. So do our politicians. There's money in war. So what you saw was the uniparty's true face for once coming out, voting more than likely to send us to a third world war. Now, you have all these analysts and stuff that you like to watch. They're all lying to you, in my humble opinion.
That's a fact. I agree. I mean, there's no, if your house is perfectly clean, it's okay. We said this before. If your house is tidy, you're welcome to go and try to clean someone else's house. But our house is not tidy. Okay, right. We got a mess in this country, and so until we get it clean it up, we ain't gonna be able to move forward.
And she has the greatest point that anyone could ever make. People want America first. Now you have the analysts saying, yes, America first. We should lead the warmongers. We should supply weapons to mutilate and to kill children. This bill had $300 million in it for Ukrainian border security. In other words, to stop Ukrainians that are trying to run from the war and bring them back to fight forcibly. And not one penny for our own border. How many terrorists in this 10 million people? Well, the estimates are from 7 million to 10 million, okay, that have came across the border just illegally. Look, you can't even fly from Texas to California without having a guy touching your crotch and patting you down, right? And having proof of this and that. It's ridiculous. But if you're a Taliban, you can just stroll across the southern border.
And that's it?
Yeah, and this Johnson, he's a liar. Just like I thought he was going to be. You don't know about these people. All that talk is about nothing is going to get passed until we get border security. He folded like a cheap suit.
I agree.
Right?
Well, we knew.
Yeah.
We knew. You research these people when they show up. And he was definitely, he was supposed to be able to help pass abortion bills and stuff. He folded on that.
Folded on everything.
No true Christian would do. I'd rather walk away from certain things than to betray your God-given calling. And so you can't, again, stop thinking that you're the Donald Trump, Speaker of the House, that anybody in the world is your savior. You have a savior, that's Jesus Christ. Okay? They're not going to save you from anything. Here's the thing. What I really, truly believe, that when we're done, this country is going to be completely different than what it is now. You won't recognize this country forever. They said it's done. It's going to be torn apart, like Israel was torn apart.
Yep.
Why? I'm gonna. And I'll do it real quick. I'll draw you a parallel. If you read your Bible, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Israel was a united kingdom under David, right? Then until a united kingdom under Solomon, okay? And what did they start doing after that? They started to abuse the poor. Yeah. They started to abuse the children, the widows, the righteous people. They started to kill innocents.
Yes.
For I don't remember how long.
Well, we're getting to that part at the end.
But I won't elaborate on that. Okay. Right. But we started to kill innocents for 50 years. No, actually, how old is this country? 200 and something years?
Yeah, it's like 260, 280.
When the Puritans came, we formed this country under God. Okay, we put on the mantle of God and ran with it.
Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under God.
That's right. And we have been using that, putting on the name of Yahweh on our face forever. Now, under that name, we allowed Christians billions of babies for 50 years, billions of babies to be mutilated or whatever.
Okay, let's talk. Well,
but let me just, because I'm trying to make a point real quick. I'm sorry.
No, I want to stay on this point. Yeah. I was going to save it for last, but
no, this has got nothing to do with that. So what happened to Israel? God tore it apart. Okay. And when they came back from the exile, there was hardly anybody left, and it was a shadow of its former glory.
Correct.
And you guys, we don't understand that's patterns that we keep repeating. And what's gonna happen? We're gonna be torn apart in this country, and we're gonna be a shadow of our former glory. Just the Roman Empire. There you go.
Yeah. And
the
look,
Babylonian Empire. I'm just saying.
You people and I was going to save all the abortion stuff for the end of this. But it worked its way in. So let's cover it now. Gavin Newsom, okay, the shiftiest person in the world, in my opinion. He's generally a nasty little person. Wait up, I'm getting to it.
Wait, I want to ask something.
Oh, what are you going to ask?
Okay. Do any of you remember when he was back in the day?
Yeah, when he was gay.
Gay, right?
Right. He ran for governor the first time as the first gay governor. Now all of a sudden he's got a family. But anyway, let's forget that. He has this commercial out there to terrify women. Evidently, it's an Alabama state trooper. They show two girls in a car heading to the state line, and they're scared and talking back and forth, right? And then they get pulled over by a cop, and he comes up to the door with a pregnancy test. This is fear-mongering, okay?
At his best.
To start with, for all you young ladies, stop. You're murdering a child, point blank, point simple, no matter what anyone tells you. That is a form of human development, and you are killing it with an abortion. Now, besides that, nowhere in our Constitution, nowhere in the Bible, nowhere anywhere does it say that a group of nasty old farts can sit in the House of Representatives and tell a girl it's okay to murder a life form.
Yeah.
It's not in the Constitution. This doesn't belong in the political sphere. I guess this is up to a girl. How nasty do you want to be?
Yeah.
All right? But shame on Gavin Newsom for trying to use women's emotion to further himself.
Here's a chance, ladies, that we girls, young ladies, we keep saying that we're not easily manipulated, that we are savvy and we're smart. You need to read behind that eye.
You're not savvy, you're not smart, you're being used. That's what I said earlier. Educated people are the easiest group of people to brainwash. Uneducated people are the easiest to control. And when you have all the money that these rich people have, and trust me, the 1% that everybody was protesting about, those would be the uniparty people, or Democrats plus most Republicans, however you want to phrase it. These people aren't your friends.
Always ask how does this benefit someone else? Okay?
Right.
What is the benefit of Gavin Newsom putting this fear-mongering thing? He's trying to scare all the women in the world.
He has presidential expectations.
And he's trying to scare all the women out there to make them feel like they're the handmaid's tale, whatever, come to reality. And all of a sudden, you have no right over your body. You do have a right over your body. You get to say who you sleep with and who you don't.
Contraceptive, rubbers or condoms or the pill, whatever you want to do. If you have to have sex outside of marriage, be an adult, take responsibility for your own body.
Here's the fun part. They'll tell you, well, what about the women that have incest or raped and all of that? Well, okay. Here's the best part. You tell them, okay, what if I say that, or the health of the mother? What if I say I give you those 4 exceptions, then it's 0 abortion for anybody, no matter what? And most of these argumentative women will say, no, it has to be for everybody. Okay, so you don't care about that. That is not something you care about. You just want free abortion all the time for anybody. And, as long as we continue having this fight, killing innocents, I don't see where we're going to be.
All right, contraceptive. All right, it should be free. All right, birth control pills should be free. If you have to do it, I'm not recommending it, but if you have to do it, it's your body. Be responsible. This is all about personal responsibility, and you ladies have none. And another thing, I was just reading this morning, two-thirds of the abortions in Alabama, 2/3, think about it, come from black women.
Yeah.
These people are decimating the black community. The minority community is being decimated. Your population is still at 13%. It has not grown since 1960.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's bring it on to the last thing. Now, I am not a Trump fan. absolutely not really a Trump fan. I am, well, if there was a Republican Party, I would be a Republican because I am conservative. Now, let's talk this Paula Jones thing here. Or not Paula Jones, sorry. You know where I'm going with this. This Stormy Daniels thing. For one thing, statute of limitations has expired. All right. But the gist of the matter is he paid her hush money. Okay. And that's against the law, evidently. But you got Paula Jones, Jennifer Flowers, members of Congress. You have media moguls. Who's the guy on CNN? Chris Cuomo. The network took money that is operating money from the network to pay women hush money to keep quiet. Bill Clinton paid Paula Jones, Jennifer Flowers, I can't remember, there's 5 of them that he paid money for. And this was donor money. Congress pays money to these women who accuse senators, right? And this is all public money. So you have to understand what irritates me is not the fact that you're bringing Trump to trial. It's the fact that all these other people get away with it. And because you like them, because you assume blue team, which they are not, they're uniparty team. The team of a bucket of shit, if you ask
they're
me.
me team. They're
Yeah.
they're I need to stay rich all my
Correct.
life, and my descendants need to be rich. Regardless of what happens to the poor. Why is such in a country so rich as this one is there one single person that goes hungry ever? Okay, there shouldn't ever be.
Ever.
I know that there are people that are just lazy and don't want to work. I get that, but what I've known through our lives is the people that are struggling in spite of working 2 jobs, in spite of going to school, in spite of doing all the right things. They're still struggling. So if you're willing to work, okay, and willing to make the effort to educate yourself, and willing to do anything to further your, there is no reason that person shouldn't be able to move forward in life.
But I mean, even ask yourself, all right, there was a woman called Tara Reid. Evidently, she has a really good case against Joe Biden. No one will even look into this, okay? Evidently, there's a lot of evidence, is my understanding of it. Ask yourself, where did this woman, to my understanding now, where did this woman get enough money to move to Russia and live very, very well in Russia? I suspect taxpayer dollars.
It's your money.
It's your money.
They're using your money, our money, to do whatever they want. And watch, they're risking. One thing that is at risk right now is the Social Security retirement money for our seniors and seniors. Our seniors are already struggling.
That's a fact.
You would have, I would think, millions of seniors starving if you take away their Social Security.
Here's my problem I have with all of this, all right? Without equal justice, there's only one place that we can go, all right? And a lot of people say I disagree with you. Open your eyes, it's happening now. You see people leaving certain states for political reasons.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is we are going to wind up with very strong state governments. You're going to have to shop, all right? What do I want? Do I want to live in a liberal, Chicago or whatever, right? The gangbang society? Do I want to murder children? You're going to have to move to that state. Do I want Christian values? Do I want a secure border? You're going to have to move to that state. The federal government is not going to like this, but you have to understand the true meaning of our Constitution was a weak federal government and strong state governments. Mm-hmm. All right? And everybody wants to get involved. And the whole problem here is the people in the cities, basically New York State, Illinois, and California. Those are your power brokers. Let's just call it that. These people live in a shit bucket and they want the whole country to be a shit bucket. They laugh at everyone else in the entire country. Now you have little cities, just like here in Texas, it's funny. I do not consider Austin or San Antonio to be part of Texas. They're lost. They are, and even Houston, right? they are a ghetto. And they're ghettos because they're controlled by Democrats.
Yeah.
And it's like people don't understand this. Look at New York City. It's a ghetto. All right? Everywhere these people are in power for long enough with the uniparty, it turns into a bucket of crap.
Yeah.
It's nasty. I'm sorry. But that's what happens. And right now, it's like if you're a conservative Christian, all right, and you look at the media trying to scare you about Christian nationalism. To begin with, that's stupid. All right, the country was founded on Christian values. If you don't believe me, start reading the founding fathers, all right, documentation. And for all you people that went to college, all right, I'm talking only to college graduates in the last 15 years. These were not a bunch of old farts with a piece of paper. These were 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kids. Those were your founding fathers. These were the hot topic kids just like you at that time.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah. Just the fact that you think the wars are fought by old men.
Yeah.
No,
they're kids.
No, they're children. They're what we would call babies. Except that an 18-year-old then was a man.
A man.
Okay? We have 18-year-old babies.
Yep.
And we have 30-year-old babies. Okay? That think...
Then we have a president who's a baby. I don't know who's in charge. It ain't him.
Not him. So yeah, no, you can't compare the kids today with the kids then. I'm sorry. Those were men that were in charge, and they had a vision of what a country should look like.
Yeah.
And under God, and that's what they
But look,
did.
here's how bad the situation is. If you're a conservative or a Republican, let's just say Republican, okay? It's impossible for you to have a fair trial in a big city. It's literally impossible. What's happening right now is absolutely treason. What's happening right now is election interference. If you were serious about having justice with this Trump stuff, you would have had a change of venue. All right? But you didn't. No. And ask yourself, why did this judge's daughter make $100 million on this trial? And he still hasn't accused himself. Because from what I understand, that's the truth of the matter. How much money did he make? Look at that lady in New York. All of a sudden, she's a millionaire. Where'd that money come from? She was only worth like $120,000 when she was elected.
Exactly.
How can you let a prosecutor who ran on getting Trump before she even knew anything about a crime? She ran on that, and people voted for her. So you think you can get a fair trial in that city?
Look, I know, you can't really vote your way out of things.
No, not now.
Not anymore.
No.
Not ever. But the change is in your hands, okay?
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to what's going on in the world. Stop listening to, propaganda that you're given, rather than just always ask yourself, why is this being put in front of me?
But the abortion stuff, a woman older than me, okay? An educated woman, probably got like 8 years of college, all right? She absolutely knows everything I say about abortion is correct. But her heart, she's been brainwashed. She feels like she lost something. All right? Now look, no one has the authority to tell you you can kill. All right? No one here and no one in the government has the authority to tell me it's okay to kill anyone. Therefore, no one has the authority to tell you it's okay to kill a child. All right? Despite what you think, all right, this is a twist in society. My wife is right. I mean, Carthage got wiped out for baby killing, okay? I can go through history. Baal worshippers, they were wiped out for mutilating children, for killing children. Sodom, Gomorrah, I mean, real cities,
Babylon.
Real location.
Babylon. Syria.
Right.
Persians. All of them. It's a pattern.
If you don't want to read the Bible, read history. This is the actual truth. It's not a coincidence people say those who forget history are doomed to repeat it.
Don't kid yourself, okay? I'm gonna. People will sell you Christianity under the guise that Jesus is a kind, loving God, and He is.
To a certain extent, yes.
Right? But He is God, and God does not change. And the things that make God angry and full of wrath in the Old Testament and history, they still do. And one of the worst things that He tells them, Sodom and Gomorrah was not put down because of the debauchery. They were put down. If you read your Ezekiel's and your prophets, you will know that they were put down because they were abusing the poor.
Yes.
They were abusing the children, and they were abusing all
each other.
Yeah. So take a look at this country. Take a look at what we have done. Okay, and there's wrath. I mean, I think we're on the wrath. I don't know when God will be done, or if He will be.
There's more proof. I mean, the proof is just crazy that Joe Biden has broken way more laws than you ever accused Trump of breaking. Yet, and he was literally found incompetent to stand trial. Think about that. And still no impeachment. Why is it? Well, because the uniparty doesn't want to impeach him because he's not in charge. Whoever's in charge is so powerful, they don't want to buck that ship.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want to rock that boat.
And they are working real hard to keep us divided.
Because
although if we were together in all of this, if we got together and said no more of this nonsense,
we don't even have to agree on this stuff.
Remember what God said in the Tower of Babel. If they get together, there's nothing they cannot accomplish.
Correct.
Okay? God's own words. We speak the same language. How about we get together and do and there's nothing we can accomplish?
Correct.
Okay?
The government was elected and put in place to do our bidding. I don't know about the rest of you. I might be alone in feeling like this, but I never voted for World War III, and these people are pushing us there hard. We got Chinese spy satellites. The FBI said our infrastructure computers are under attack by China. And Russia's the big threat. They're not doing anything to us.
Yeah. I tell you, I came up with a lot more respect for what's his name after that interview. Putin.
Oh, yeah.
That interview.
Vlad the Impaler.
He knows his history.
Yeah, he knows his history, I'm telling you.
I tell you, he knows his history. That's why he's still in power, because he knows history. He knows the mistakes of the past, and he's probably trying not to do it. You know?
And we're reliving them.
Yeah,
there's absolutely no good outcome. All right? Yeah, all right. Here's my thing. With all of this money that they just voted to spend, we could cure the inner city problems. We could end homelessness. No homeless people. No homeless veterans. No child would go hungry. We could clear the schools out, right? And we could make a great education system. We could make America strong. I mean, literally that 2 cars in every garage like they used to talk about in the 50s. I mean, we could make America great. What is wrong with that?
Yeah.
But no, we spend every spare dime we get overseas in America is still a garbage can.
Yeah, and to those that keep saying that it's better overseas and in other countries, don't kid yourself.
It ain't.
The grass is never greener on the other side. Never. So
go ahead, you can finish.
That's it. Let's not repeat history. You want to change this country and make it into a Christian country. Educate yourself on your scriptures and educate your children on.
I mean, even if you don't want to make this a Christian country, don't you want to make it a country that you would be proud to have your children grow up in?
Yeah.
To where your children can go to school without worrying about gangbangers. All right?
Yeah. Or violence in the school.
Right. And let me tell you something. They're totally lying to you about the guns, too. All right? You can, and Just go to the FBI webpage. Look it up. You'll see
Right
where
now.
to. Yeah. Anyway,
Bye bye.
bye bye. God bless.
God bless.
Just an old couple's opinion.
That's right.
All right.